Once we were alone, I told them everything that had happened at school that day. When they heard Lisa's name, my parents froze for a few seconds. Lisa Hale, my mother said first. Isn't Hale the last name of one of our drivers? Among our household staff, only one person had that surname. My father's driver. That was right. Lisa was not the billionaire's daughter at all. Her father was only one of my father's drivers. My father had several drivers, and Lisa's father was the newest hire. He had never met me. Not long after he started working for us, he told my father that his daughter wanted to transfer schools. My father thought he seemed hardworking and reliable, so he helped arrange Lisa's transfer into my school. None of us expected that act of kindness to turn into this. That bastard, my father said, his face darkening. They'll fire him right now. I quickly stopped him. Exposing them now would only put them on guard. Besides, pretending to be rich was far from the only thing they had done. They bully my daughter, my mother said coldly. They're going to pay for it. I nodded and told them my plan. After I finished, my mother patted my shoulder. All right, enough of them for tonight. Your materials are ready, aren't they? And if you decide you don't want to stay here for college, that's fine too. I've already reached out to a few schools overseas. The latest admissions data and score ranges had come out the night before. Based on my grades, test scores, activities, and essays, my chances at the schools I wanted were strong. I had told my guidance counselor the good news right away. I had also asked indirectly about the rest of the class. For most of them, getting into schools like Harvard or Yale would be almost impossible, but they still had time to apply to solid colleges if they were realistic. As for Ethan and Lisa, their grades and applications were weak. Community college was probably the most realistic option for both of them. I opened my laptop, checked every application, uploaded the final materials, and submitted everything before the deadline. Then I chatted with my parents for a while and went to sleep. Early the next morning, our guidance counselor posted a long reminder in the senior class group chat. She told everyone to double-check their Common App accounts, submit their backup schools, and make sure they did not miss any deadlines. If they missed this round, they would either have to settle for schools with rolling admissions, go to community college, or wait another year to apply. No one replied in that group, but in another group chat without teachers or counselors, they were all mocking her for being rigid and old-fashioned. They said they did not need backup schools. Lisa would handle everything. A while later, Lisa posted a photo from an overseas resort. I'm abroad right now. Don't worry, everyone. I already talked to my dad. Just wait for your offers. The group chat exploded again. Everyone rushed to flatter her. I looked at the screen for a moment, then quietly left the chat. My applications were already submitted. My flight was booked. I was going overseas for a vacation. The application deadline arrived soon after. I was asleep in my hotel room when my mother called. Sweetheart, the deadline is tonight. Log in and check every application again. Don't let anything go wrong. I saw a story yesterday about a student whose college list was changed by a relative at the last minute. Just check yours one more time. I had never told anyone my username or password, so I thought it should be impossible for anyone to get into my account. Still, to be safe, I took out my laptop. But the moment I logged in, I froze. One of my top minus choice applications, the one I had already submitted, had somehow been withdrawn. In its place, someone had added a tiny for-profit college I had never even heard of. My heart nearly stopped. I silently thanked my mother over and over. I immediately restored the application, confirmed the submission status, and checked every document, every essay, and every school on my list. Then I called my parents. They were shocked too, but they quickly calmed down and told me to change my password, secure my email, and enable -factor authentication on every account. A while later, my father sent me an IP address. The moment I saw it, I understood. It really was that bastard Ethan. He had tried to drag me down with him. Most of my old passwords were connected to my birthday. He must have guessed one of them and used it to get into my application account. Thank God my mother had reminded me in time. Even though I was overseas, I wanted to fly back immediately and